Good afternoon and welcome to my house once again. We have a really nice recipe for you today. It's very interesting. It's super delicious. Never would have thought that this would be something that you would combine and make and whatever. So stay tuned for this one. Okay, first of all, what we want to start out with are the little pint of tomatoes. We don't use all the tomatoes. It says to use a pint. You can use a pint. We're on a little bit of a potassium restricted diet. So we're using a little bit of tomato, like a half dozen tomatoes. Cut them in half, sprinkle them with salt, set them aside. In the meantime, you want to start to boil a pot of water. You need 2.5 quarts, no less. You can have a little bit more, but it should be 2.5 quarts to make this correct. So while that's waiting to boil, you're going to take 4 ears of corn and you're going to grate them. And it's easy to put them like in a casserole dish rather than a bowl. I just found that this works a lot better. I've made this twice already, and it really is good. And the corn squirts up in your glasses and in your face while you're talking. Okay, it only takes a few minutes. But this recipe, it's very good when you have company. We've had it with chicken. We've had it with salmon. We've had it with a couple different things. It goes good with just about everything. It's a very good side dish. But with the holidays coming up, you may want to try it out because it does make a nice amount. I haven't tried doubling it or anything, but it does make a pot full. Okay, you want to get off as much corn as you can. Do not throw the corn cobs away. Why wouldn't you do that? That's part of the secret. My glasses are getting all milked up from the corn. Okay, I'm almost done here. So when you're done, okay, there's your corn. Okay, the corn cobs. Once your water starts to boil, you're going to put these in the water to boil for 10 minutes covered. So we'll go over here to the pot. You want to cover it. Okay, once it starts to boil, then time it for 10 minutes. In the meantime, you want to get a skillet, a large skillet. This is a nice size skillet. Okay, I'm going to move us over to the stove. So I'll be right back. Okay, your skillet, you want to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. It can be salted, it can be unsalted, it doesn't matter. Just want to get it to melt down, and then what we're going to do is add, I still need my directions because this is too new. We're going to add 2 medium shallots that are chopped up very fine, 1 habanero that is seeded and minced also. So this is all going to go in the melted butter. Okay, so here goes the shallots, the habaneros. That while I was cutting these, I kept coughing my lungs up. They were a little hot. Okay, then you also want to add your corn. Make sure you get all of it in there. you want to just mix it all up. Okay, so 10 minutes on the corn. In the meantime, just stir all of this together. So you want to cook this for at least 5 minutes on medium, not medium heat. You want the shallots to be tender, and you want your corn cooked. So let's see, so far we've had a pint of cherry tomatoes, some kosher salt, and some black pepper that you can put over the grapes, or cherry, over the cherry tomatoes. We have 4 ears of corn. We have 2 tablespoons of butter that we used in here, salted or unsalted, and 2 more tablespoons that we're going to save for later. 2 medium shallots, 1 habanero, 12 ounces. Here's the Campanella pasta. You can use another kind of a short pasta, but I really do like these. And you're also going to have 1 cup of chopped fresh basil at the very end. So, this is still cooking. We have 4 more minutes on the corn. As soon as our corn is done, we'll be back, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay? Okay, so your corn is done. The 10 minutes are up. You want to discard the ears of corn. So you want to take them out. I just use the lid in my elf glove so I don't burn myself. So just drain them off a little bit. Sure you're awake. Okay. Those can go right into the garbage can. And we can set the lid aside because we're done with the lid. Okay. So now your corn mixture has been cooking. What you're going to do is take 1.5 cups of the corn water. You're going to mix it in with your corn that you have been sauteing on the stove for a while. So you can mix that together, and you're going to just cook this around, it's about medium. Bring your corn water back to a boil. Once it starts to boil, you're going to add your Campanella noodles, and you're going to cook them according to the directions on the box in the corn water. When your noodles are done, do not drain the pot because you still need some of the water. So in the meantime, we're going to cook this once it starts to boil. You're going to stir your mixture here until it thickens. Like I said, around medium heat, and that's going to take a little while to do. Don't let it burn, okay? So just stir it occasionally. Okay, you're stirring until this thickens, until you can draw your spoon through and make a little path, and you know that it's thick enough. Your water is going to boil. Cook your noodles according to the box, and we'll be back. Okay, your noodles are done. Your corn sauce is done. You can even see it in the video. Watch. There. That's when you know it's thick enough. So, what you want to do is you want to turn that off. You can turn off the noodles. You're going to use a slotted spoon, one of these, and you're just going to add your noodles. Now, if you'll notice, you hardly have any water left. I mean, you only need a tablespoon or two. You only need a little extra water left in the pan in case this is too thick and you want to put a little bit more to it. Okay, so now you want to just mix this all together. Actually, the noodles, this is a 16 ounce. The recipe calls for 12 ounce. I just put the whole box in. That's why you don't have enough water left over, enough extra water. Okay, so you mix it all up. It smells good. Okay, now you're going to add the tomatoes and your 1 cup of fresh chopped basil. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. And we're just going to mix this up. You want to mix the basil in, make sure it's mixed in with everything. It's such a colorful, pretty dish. You know what else goes good with this? The naan bread. If you saw my video, I forget which number it is, several of them back a little bit, and you can make naan bread. It's delicious with this. Now, I've said we've eaten it several times. I've only made it twice, but as you can see, there's a lot in here. So, of course, we've had leftovers, and we've just eaten it with, you know, a lot of different things. It really is a good side dish. Now, what I also do, I will transfer into my casserole dish. And then you can put it in the refrigerator, you can heat it up. If it's just, you know, if it's just like my husband and myself, I'll just take some out and I heat it in the microwave for when we're ready to eat. But anyway, there it is. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed our cooking today. And this is definitely one to try. It's a lot of steps, but it's, you know, it's not that bad. And I really didn't need any extra juice, but there's a little extra juice in the pan. If I need it, I'll pour it in when I put it in the dish. Okay, thank you everybody for joining me today. And I hope you see on Facebook, I have Cooking 101 with Pat. I have my own page on Facebook. It's also going to be on YouTube because a lot of people would rather do that. But the one on Facebook, in the comments, I'll have the written out recipe that you can print or follow along that way. It makes it easier for some people. So, thank you again. And happy days. And oh gosh, I forgot the masks. We haven't been wearing masks. We have. We go to the grocery store. I shouldn't say we haven't been. We've been wearing them. Everything seems to be on the upswing. Yay. Okay, again, have a good day and God bless America.